Hey, welcome back to Livin MN Outdoors. I'm Daniel, and thanks for tuning in to this week's fishing report. This week we are going to dive right into the fishing report. We're going to start on Mille Lacs Lake. There are some big changes coming for Mille Lacs, so let's dive right into them. Now, starting this Saturday, the walleye limit on Mille Lacs Lake is going to go to 3. It was at 2. It's now going to be at 3. You can keep 3 walleyes over 17 inches with only one of them being over 20 inches. So once again, you can keep 3 walleyes 17 inches and up, but only one can be over 20 inches. Now, another change that is coming to Mille Lacs Lake on September 1st is the night ban. You will be able to fish all night long. You no longer have to quit at 10 p.m. and that should definitely help with the walleye fishing. Now, as far as the walleye fishing goes, the bite is picking up a little bit. For the most part, the bug hatches out on the mud are over and those fish are starting to search for other areas to feed. Now, the best areas that I've been hearing are that 16 to 24 foot of water on gravel and rocks. They're getting them with a slip bobber and a leech, along with pulling some crankbaits or some bottom bouncers with spinners. Now, as far as the perch bite goes out on Mille Lacs Lake, they're still doing very good on the perch. They're still getting those out on the mud. Those perch seem to be roaming a little bit more now that the bugs are mostly gone, but getting those on a slip bobber and a leech or pulling a spinner on a bottom bouncer with a crawler or a leech as well. Now, as far as the smallmouth bass bite goes, the bass bite has still been very good out on Mille Lacs Lake. The main lake rock points over on the west side, especially Saguchi, has been very good. Indian Point, Pike Point, Big Point over on the east side, any of those rock or boulder structures are holding some really nice smallmouth. Now, as far as how to catch those smallmouth, a drop shot rig with a small orange or reddish craw is working very well, but they don't seem to be too picky, so basically any drop shot rig or a Ned rig is working to catch those smallmouth bass. Now, very soon, rigging big live bait is going to be working as well. Just be very careful with that when you're rigging those bigger minnows. Those smallmouth seem to choke it. Just make sure that you're handling those fish carefully and getting them back into the water. Now, if you guys are looking to hire a guide up on Mille Lacs Lake or the surrounding areas, Joe from Keeper's Guide Service has the fish dialed in, especially the big crappies right now. But if you want to get out on Mille Lacs Lake for some walleye or smallmouth, he has that figured out as well. So go ahead, give Joe a call and get something on the books. All right, now moving over to Lake Winnie. The walleye bite on Winnie is still strong. They're doing very well down on the south shore in that 6 to 11 foot of water. Weeds are key. Pulling gold or golden orange spinners tipped with a fat head or a crawler is working best. Now, they're still picking up some nice walleyes in Tamarack Bay. They're doing well over in the Third River area and over by Raven. So those are some good areas to start when looking for walleyes. Now, as far as the perch bite goes, the west shoreline in 5 to 8 foot of water, shoreline breaks with rocks are key. Once again, pulling gold and orange or gold and green spinners tipped with a fat head or a chunk of a crawler is working best for those perch. Now, as far as the panfish bite goes, they're still picking up some crappies and bluegills over in Tamarack Bay. They're getting some bluegills over in Williams Narrows, and over in Cutfoot, they're getting some nice panfish as well. Look in those weeds in that 5 to 9 foot of water. Throw a slip bobber with a small panfish leech, a chunk of a crawler, or a crappie minnow is working as well. Now, if you're looking for a guide up on Lake Winnie, Zups Guide Service is the premier walleye guide up in the area. Whether you want to get out and chase some walleyes on Winnie or the surrounding areas, go ahead, give Scott a call and get something on the books. Now, if you're looking for a place to stay up on Lake Winnie, the Pines Resort has cabins, campsites, seasonal sites, full bar and restaurant, boat rentals, dock slips, live bait, anything you could ask for to make your fishing trip a success. They have it up there. They do have some last minute availability for Labor Day weekend. So if you forgot to make plans, go ahead, give Chad a call and get something on the books. I also want to remind you guys, ice fishing is just around the corner. Chad told me they're starting to take a lot of cabin bookings for early ice. So if you want to get up to Lake Winnie for early ice this season, that first, second, third weekend in December, start calling and getting your reservations made. All right, now moving over to Leech Lake. The walleye bite on Leech has been picking up week to week. The best areas to find those are still in that 12 to 18 foot of water. Look for those rock to mud or sand to mud transitions. Pulling spinners with a fat head or a rainbow is working really well. And then in the early mornings and later evenings, pulling crankbaits such as Hottentots or Shad Raps is working as well. As far as colors go for those, a more natural color is working best. You can also find some of those shallow weed fish still in that 7 to 11 foot of water, but those fish are a little bit easier to catch if you have a live scope. Now, as far as the panfish bite goes, they're still catching panfish in Boy Bay, Sucker Bay, Steamboat, Cabacona, over near the Walker Narrows, Wild Rice, Reeds, milfoil. Those are keys to locating those panfish. Throw a slip bobber with a minnow or a small leech, or casting a small jig with a minnow style plastic or a fathead is working as well. Now, the perch bite out on Leech, it is starting to pick up a little bit. They're starting to find those on some of those shallow sand flats, especially in proximity to milfoil or some reeds. Pitching a small jig and a fathead is working best for those. Now, as far as the muskies go, Main Lake shallow rocks are holding the majority of the muskies right now, and the best ways to catch those are with smaller bucktails, some jerkbaits, or topwaters. Now, if you guys are looking for a guide up on Leech Lake, we highly recommend Parker from Davis's Guide Service. Whether you want to fish on Leech Lake or one of the surrounding area lakes, he has the fish dialed in and is absolutely putting a smackdown on them. So if you want to get up to Leech Lake and hire a guide, go ahead and give Parker a call from Davis's Guide Service. Now, if you're looking for a place to stay up on Leech Lake, Acorn Hill Resort is located on Traders Bay. They have a beautiful location there. Whether you're looking for a cabin or a seasonal site, they have a full bar and restaurant, boat rentals, dock slips, fish cleaning, live bait, anything you need, they have it there at Acorn Hill Resort. They are starting to slowly release their winter activity rates, and they will be doing some early bird specials on cabins, ice road passes, sleeper house rentals, guided perch trips, all of that. And if you mention Livin MN Outdoors when booking, you will receive a discounted rate. So if you're looking to get up to Leech Lake this coming weekend or in the future, go ahead and call Kyle from Acorn Hill Resort. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's fishing report. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you make it out fishing, take some pictures, send them to us on Facebook or to our Gmail, and we will feature you in next week's fishing report. Remember, be kind at the boat ramps, don't crowd your neighbor, be respectful of other fishermen, and most importantly, don't forget to get on out there and get living.